Hello everybody, Minister Storm here, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, the modern-day Italian campaign featuring the Millennium Dawn mod. In the last episode, we continued our work building up our military and our industry, which is going to be a continuing project as we move forward. We're also trying to get the government modified and everything, but we need some world tension to do that. Now, we did have the September 11th attacks at the beginning of last episode, and I was kind of anticipating that we'd get some more tension out of that, but apparently we didn't. And also, I was expecting the United States to respond to that, but apparently they haven't. It may be because I'm not running with the historical focuses, because it's kind of one of the bit more of an unpredictable game. So, I guess that's the way that is. They're currently working on oil drilling in North Dakota. I guess which makes some sense, trying to gain energy independence. And what I was looking at is that the world tension is actually attached to the USA Patriot Act, which increased world tension by 1.2, which is not a lot. I would have thought that maybe the global war on terror itself would have a world tension modifier on it, as the United States and its various Western allies kind of go on alert for terrorist threats. But, I'm not the one developing the mod, so, that's up to me. We'll just have to play it as it is. Alright, so we're missing equipment production. Anti-tank guns. Ooh. We need the anti-tank guns, apparently. You know what? My main battle tanks are going to be more important. Then we'll get some anti-tank guns going. Because we did get Marines. I've put together a Marine division. And we are trying to get some of those because we're going to need those for amphibious assaults eventually. So let's go ahead and unpause it. Let's get things rolling. We're behind a little bit on oil, but it's only one, and we're going to have a focus coming up that's going to resolve that issue. So no big deal there. I was kind of hoping that we would get some wars going at some point, like the war in Afghanistan or the war in Iraq, because then I could send some volunteers and get some army experience, but again, we're just kind of waiting for the rest of the world to do things because we're not really strong enough to, take the initiative ourselves. We continue to work on our naval doctrines there. So we'll just continue to build up our military, build up our fleet, get our air force built up, which actually I don't think I ever really looked at. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 60 close air supports. Some more close air supports. We have the CAG on the carrier. We have a fighter wing, and a fighter wing. I think what I might actually do is bring these fighter wings up to the monarchists of our country have gathered in the public support to successfully launch a coup against our government. They have crowned their monarch, took over the ministries, and have now run the country. So there's a coup, a monarch coup in Italy. We are now a kingdom. Coup in the Kingdom of Italy. The government in the Kingdom of Italy has succumbed to public demands. Their politicians have been ousted and are now replaced by a new, more popular movement. Alright, so we are now the Kingdom of Italy. Very good. Actually, then. Vittorio Emanuele IV, huh? Alright, so we have monarchists. We are no longer having any elections. We could release some nations, but we're definitely not going to do that. or probably return territory to... No, we're not going to be doing that. We may, at some point, want to reabsorb San Marino. I am not so sure what we're going to do about the Vatican, though. We'll have to think about that. Alright, back to our tech. Fighter Ace Initiative, Fighter Ace Generation Chance, or do we do Formation Fighting? I usually like to go Formation Fighting for the Air Superiority mission efficiency. Alright, back to what I was doing here, managing. Because we are making planes, so I want to actually get up to 100 planes per fighter wing. So that is what we're going to do. Alright, so that'll give our planes somewhere to go as we build them. Alright, so I wonder what that actually does as far as what we can do. So we can actually start to mobilize. Abandoning the EU. While monarchies are not technically banned from joining the European Union, they have to have petty little things like parliaments or elections, which the grand system around Vittorio Emanuele IV thankfully is devoid of. This, however, has led to a precarious spot for us, being asked to either hold general elections within the next week or be expelled from the halls. Well, we won't hold elections, that much is certain, so it seems they will have to play their little democracy game without us. Alright, so we are no longer a European Union member. Today, the Italian delegation of the European Parliament has left the buildings in Brussels for what might be the last time. Article 50 has been fulfilled and pulled through. The treaties with the EU partners reset to ones of usual international partnership. Kingdom of Italy has left the European Union. Very good. That's actually what we want. So we're no longer suffering the political power penalty from being a member of the EU. So we need to start mobilizing our economy. Alright, Trieste port, unassigned divisions, new mounted infantry, get over there. New naval bases or shipyards, which again we're going to put into concentrating on our missile cruisers and our carriers, because they're going to be the core of our new Imperial fleet. And what do we want to do now? I think we want to head towards our additional research slot, because that is going to be very, very useful. Now we need to make a decision. Are we going to go for funding Northern Italy or funding Southern Italy? Which I have decided we're going to go to fund Southern Italy, because we're going to go after the oil so that we can get our own energy independence. Or at least work towards that goal. Because as we begin to expand, if we start doing it aggressively, we're going to probably suffer embargoes and things like that. We need to be prepared for these eventualities. We're short chromium as well. The United States expels us from NATO. Thus, due to your unacceptable, proofreading needed there, stances, ideologies, and policies on military alliances no more, the American ambassador shouted at Vittorio Emanuele IV today. It seems the United States of America is no longer interested in continuing our military partnership and alliance and has locked our delegations out of the factions' conventions. Good riddance. So we are no longer a member of NATO either. Again, something we actually want to have happen, so that's fine. What do we need the chromium for? Probably the ships. Definitely the ships. That's what we needed the chromium for. Major reactionary rally. The political left is not our friend and certainly not the way forward. Atheism, political progressivism, and immigration are packaged that leads to inevitable national suicide. Reactionary. Alright, whatever. The reactionaries are... See, those are the fascists, which are pretty much... yeah, there's no fascists at all. Lega Nord. They are changing a little bit, but monarchist is changing more. Alright, so we now have the entire Swiss border fortified. Well, not quite. I need 24 mountain divisions. Multicam. Alright, we're at 2003, so the 2002 stuff. Improved anti-tank weapons. Yes. I guess we can grab some more chromium from Turkey. It's going to cost us one more civilian factory. But once we can mobilize our economy a little bit, we'll be able to take care of some of this consumer goods issue. Alright. Now, do we want to head for the oil fields? Let's go for the oil fields first. And then we'll head towards the research slot. There we are. Let's change our economy to early mobilization. Which will drastically improve things. Yep. So now I got a bunch more free civilian factories, and my factories should now construct a lot quicker. Alright, what is the United States doing? They have no national focus set. Now they have taken the Americas. Huh. All right. I wonder if we shouldn't think about attempting to annex Albania and other areas in the Balkans as some of our first moves. We'll probably need some Marines first. Which we're not going to get any Marines until we start building anti-tank guns. Alright, we got that civilian factory built. Oh yeah, now things are building much, much faster. Alright, monarchists, rally, very good. Do we want some more civilian factories? Let's load up Sardinia with some civilian factories just to get that rolling. Oil fields in Sicily, battlefield concentration. Let's see, do we want to do education reforms? National unity plus 5%. Research time minus 1%. Research time minus 1%. Okay, well this looks better, but what does it lead to? Inform educational structure. Research time minus 2%. Political power gain and research time. So this gets us more political power, but we don't get us quite a research boost as we do here. I don't think I really need the political power gain. So I think we're going to go for education reforms to get the additional research speed boost. Yeah, there we go. Because staying on top technologically is going to be important. More so than the political power is. Formation fighting. Hunt and destroy. And naval doctrines, we're going to go with subsidiary carrier role. Actually, let's go for submarine operations. Elastic defense is done. Mobile infantry. Or blitzkrieg. Breakthrough organization. I think we're going to take the blitzkrieg route. Do that. We're going to need more tanks. Alright, so we got the additional factory. And now we're going to get another military factory so that we'll be able to start building our anti-tank guns. Now France is getting a little...
Pronto, signore.
Let's get those guys on the French border. I was going to say we want to convert these paratroopers to Marines. Maybe not. It might be worth training paratroopers. Alright, yep, we're starting to make the anti-tank guns. Alright, so we're going to continue to improve our infantry. Go for the red laser sight. And we have a free civilian factory. Or, yeah, free civilian factories. Get an industrial center building in Latinum. Apparently need some tungsten. Alright. let's get some tungsten from... Is there anybody nearby? Not really. Let's get our tungsten from Japan. Reform our educational structure. Partial mobilization. Plus 10%. Yep, let's go to partial mobilization.
Comandi.
Our first new armored division. And our first new Marine division. Alright, let's make them a new army. Let's give them a color. And let's give them a commander. Let's see, thorough planner. Max entrenchment, supply consumption. Logistics wizard might... Oh, at least he's a field marshal. Commando, out of supply. Urban, movement, attack, defense. Fortress buster. Engineer. Mountaineer, commando. I'm trying to see if there's anything here that helps with amphibious attack. Ranger, forest, commando, ranger, trickster, invader. There we are. I figured there had to be one. Alright, so now all subsequent military factories are going to go to beefing up our plane production. Mechanized infantry. Motorized rocket artillery, I think, might be useful to throw into our mechanized brigade. But now I actually need to make that stuff. It's fine, we're about to get a factory that'll go to that production.
Pronto, signore.
Why did this change? There we go.
Attento.
How's our stockpiles looking? Alright, we're green on production.
Si, signore.
Reform an educational structure. Oh,
Signore.
another mountain division. Get in there. We're running low on manpower. We're going to have to change our conscription law. That's going to be the next item that we'll need to do. I don't have like a focus to reabsorb these, do I? Now, we don't even really need this focus anymore. We've already become monarchist. Hunt and destroy. We're going to go ahead and... We're just going to keep rolling on these doctrines. Low manpower, insufficient resources. We need some aluminum and some rubber. We may be able to resolve the rubber issue if we... We can build a rubber factory and an aluminum factory. Submarine options, red laser sight. We may want to actually look into those resource factories to see if we can't get ourselves... Oh, and we need holographic sight. We can't get ourselves resource independent. So what are we importing? Importing some aluminum, so we should be able to take care of that. We shouldn't actually need this oil anymore. Alright, unassigned divisions. We got another Marine division. Alright, we can modify the government so we can change our army to limited conscription. That'll bring a bunch more manpower into the pool. Tie-in research organization. Okay. Now I have a new research slot. Start improving these. Oil fields and Basilicata. I'll get some more oil production. We could use some tungsten. Let's see.
Attento.
Alright, another paratrooper.
Pronto, signore.
More mountain infantry. Also gonna need some chromium, I think. Not importing any steel. We're fine on steel. We're gonna need some chromium. Nuclear reactors, we don't have those yet. Naval dockyards. Armored spearhead. Schwerpunkt. Oil fields and bus. Alright. Forest Cultural Union in Sicily. State is no longer a core of Sicily. Completion time 7 days. Required oil fields. Offer from the Italian state. Not sure what this does. Well, let's head over here then. Let's get Navy focus. We got our first new missile cruiser. Supposedly this is going to hold 45 planes. But it's only 18 right now. So the default composition of planes. Now, we don't have any planes that will be able to go on carriers, right? Carrier. Not carrier. No. Alright, so there's only one type of carrier aircraft, it looks like. Alright, well, looks like we're at time for the episode, but we've made some significant progress so far in our military and industrial buildup, and we're starting to snowball pretty well. And now we need to get those resources built up, and then see if we can't figure out how to get some world tension going here. Because the US does not seem to be wanting to get involved in any international wars. So, we'll have to look at what we can do. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.